Let's make it a good day.
Coming up today, dream car, dream house, dream role. Wait till you hear who Ryan Gosling is playing in a new movie. Then, do you need a good read? Kendall is unveiling the newest picks in our book club. And working the system, how did a dude use 6 flags to drastically cut his food budget? It's a story you won't believe. Here we go.
Let's make it a good day. We do it our own way. Let's make it a good day. Oh, no matter what they say. Oh, yeah.
Good morning, Albert Lee. Good morning, Matamidi. Good morning, Renton, Washington. And good morning to you. Welcome to the Jason Show. I'm Jace, Jess, whatever. Call me whatever you want. Please say hello to my sidekick sister from another mister and A&W Root Beer's Employee of the Month, Kendall Mark.
Kendall.
I called you the right name.
No, I was just going with what you were going
Okay.
with. Whatever
Hello.
you want to call me.
Hello, Kinder.
Hi.
Kindred Spirit. How you doing?
Hi, Jessen.
Justin?
I don't know.
How you doing? Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday. The taco. I actually am having tacos tonight.
Oh, well, congratulations on that. The audience is thrilled for you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, everyone at home.
I'm thrilled for you as well.
Thank you.
You know who I'm not thrilled for?
Who?
The dude that owns Noodles the Pug. You know that story? A no bones day, a bones day.
Oh,
It's
the TikTok kid.
The viral pug. He's 13, and the owner picks him up, and if he collapses back down, it's a no bones day, and it's going to be, a lazy day. But if he stands up for a few seconds, it's a bones day. You guys have heard it.
Yep.
Well, this is how horrible people are. People are horrible. So, dude is fighting right now. I follow him on social. The poor guy. People are using Noodle's image, the dog's image, and selling merch, unauthorized merch, from this guy's dog. So if you're watching this and you've enjoyed Noodles and you want, because like people are making T-shirts that say it's a Bones Day with an actual image of the guy's dog. It's just dirty Diana. I don't like that at all. So if you are a fan of the Noodles dog, only buy merch from him. Help the guy out. I mean, it's his dog, for heaven's sake.
We should have pulled Jordan in and asked what copyright stuff we could talk about. We could have a full legal argument for the next 40 minutes.
Because Kendall's husband, Jordan,
Yes.
He's a copyright lawyer?
No, he's just an attorney, but he could know more than we could.
Well, yeah, I mean, Yosemite Sam knows more than we do on this topic. But I'm just saying, it burns my britches that people are this bad. People are just, I mean, I get it's capitalism and you take advantage of the system, but let the guy make money off his own dog.
Right. That's just gross. If somebody took my Harvey's face or Stella's face and started making money off of it, Mama would not be happy.
Well, look, I've wanted to, because I keep begging and begging the company to sell the Jason Show mugs. Mm-hmm. I went up to Kim Jong-un's office and I begged her. I said, dear leader, please start. The people want to be able to buy these, and flatly no. Flatly, just looked at me, yelled, actually, no! And then she kicked me out of her office.
And then you backed out without turning around.
So I wanted to, and I shouldn't say this because we're on the air. Tyler, are we on the air right now? We are? Kind of? Okay.
Live? Okay.
I was just going to sell little bootleg copies. But I thought, I was just going to sell little bootleg copies and give the money to little children or something. I don't know about kids. I'll give them to the elderly.
I'm not an attorney, but I feel like we shouldn't be admitting this on air.
Yeah, because I wasn't going to do it. I didn't want Fox mad at me. But if they're not going to do it, I mean, I don't know. Just kidding. I'm not going to do that.
Can we scrap that from the tape?
Yeah. We can. Ted, can we scrub that from the record? Gone. Director Leo already. And by the way, the bosses aren't watching anyway. They're all in a big meeting. We don't have our executive producers in a meeting right now, so we can do anything we want. We can do anything we want. That's right.
Eric's dancing.
Crew, it's a free day today.
Eric's doing some weird dance I've never seen.
But no, it just, I don't, people are just mean.
It is mean.
So if you're on the internet and you want to buy a Noodles shirt, a No Bones shirt, get it from the actual guy. Buy it from him. Help him out. Mm-hmm. He's the one that has to buy the dog the food. Anyway. Let's get started, Leo. Roll it. It's time for the hot dish. Here we go. Just to be clear for the Fox lawyers, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to sell mugs. I don't need that.
Quote.
Oh my, can you imagine me running a mug factory out of my house? I already have like 80 jobs. I can't, but come on, please.
Bootlegging mugs out of the backyard.
Wouldn't that be so funny? What's Jason doing? He's selling his mugs. First up, it was horror movie night rather, on Dancing with the Stars. Movies like It, American Psycho, and A Quiet Place. Shh, were all represented. But before we show you the results, Leo, roll the spoiler alert. Speaking of not being sued, we have to roll that. There were 2 perfect scores last night. One came from JoJo and her partner Jenna. JoJo dressed up as Pennywise, but it was basketball star Iman and Daniela that stole the night with their contemporary dance inspired by the creepy movie Us. Look at this.
Creep on in.
That is awesome. Sincerely, I'm not a big contemporary dance guy, but that is cool. Well, goes to figure, the judge gave him a standing ovation, and the perfect score was enough to get him through to the next week. That's awesome.
Great choreography.
Oh, that is, yeah. The elimination brought about another surprise. Gymnast Suni Lee ended up in the bottom 2, along with Real Housewives of Atlanta star Kenya Moore. What happened?
But I have to say, just based on scoring alone, I'm going to say save Suni and Sasha. And I'm sorry.
Harriet votes to save Suni and Sasha.
And for that, I'm going to save Suni and Sasha.
Derek saves Suni and Sasha.
It's very hard, but I have to choose Suni and Sasha.
Yep, good moves. Suni survives, and Kenya goes home to Atlanta. By the way, coming up in a little bit, we have Real Housewives of Atlanta news. Big surprises. Well, now though, Kendall, you ready? Mm-hmm. You take a drink. Eric, Tyler, take a drink. Here we go. It's time to play America's favorite game. Kendall, say it with me. What was Tyra wearing? Roll it, Leo.
Oh. That's not bad.
I mean, what's happening with the second picture there?
Is that Carrie?
Was that
Like the
is that
blood?
inspired? Oh, yeah, it's inspired by Carrie. I don't know what the first picture is supposed to. Is that a mummy? What is that? Ted, do we know? What was the inspiration for the first photograph? I don't know. No idea.
Carrie
Ted
and
doesn't.
Naba's hair was way worse, though. Did you see that?
What?
She had spider hair. Her hair went like spider.
Again, you're trying to keep the focus on the contestants. You don't change your costume 80 times. Next in the dish, we have sad news to report this morning. Bachelor Nation has been dealt another hard blow. The engagement between Katie and Blake, whoever they are, is now over. You'll remember, unless you're me, Katie chose Blake after her first choice, Greg, left the crappy show. The two have been together for a long time, 3 months. But they say they are not compatible as life partners.
Girl, you think?
This is you have to help me with this one. If those two people were walking by me at Whole Foods, I wouldn't know who they were at all. Did you think, as a member of Bachelor Nation, that they were going to last forever?
No,
okay.
not at all. In no way, shape, or form. Katie was the bachelorette that we were excited about because she kept it real. But then the guy that she really liked, that was very obvious she wanted to pick, left the show right before the very end because he was like, "You're not giving me enough. I'm going to go." So she picked this guy. Duh, it's not going to work.
What I'm hearing from you is they're annoying, and we're glad they're done.
Yeah, but I kind of want her to get back with Greg, and it sounds like Greg still has that door open. So if they just DM each other and slide into those DMs, which Bachelor Nation is known for, that maybe they'll get together and they'll be happily ever after.
And then they'll get on Herpy Island, the Bachelor in Paradise. They'll both end up on. Where have they been on that one?
No.
No. You know that. You laugh, but that's what it is. It's just.
I didn't laugh. Eric
Eric
laughed. Love.
Next in the dish, file this under Too Perfect. Did you hear about Ryan Gosling's new role? Kendall, did you hear about this? Mm-hmm. Friends, rumor has it, he has signed on the dotted line to play Ken, as in Ken and Barbie, for a new movie. It's going to be about the origins of their love. The origins of Barbie and Ken's love. And I can't believe I'm reading this. Margot Robbie is going to play Barbie, and all I want to know is, will Skipper be in this movie?
Oh, good question.
Do you know who Skipper is?
Yeah, it's her little sister, duh.
Yeah, and then they had Barbie had a friend too, Skipper, and what was her?
Teresa?
No,
that's
the
what I
Real
think I
Housewives
named
of New
her.
Jersey.
I think that's what I named
No,
her.
it was a Barbie friend. Barbie friend wasn't Skipper, but she had a really weird name, Madge.
That was like in the 50s, I think.
Midge.
Yeah, that was
Midge.
That was a long time ago.
I'm just saying, I want Skipper and I want Midge to show up there.
Whatever.
But all jokes aside, is there a better person to play Ken than Ryan Gosling? He's perfect in every magical way.
And Margot Robbie as Barbie? Duh.
I don't know about that though.
What?
I don't know. I got to think about that for a while.
Okay, you think on that.
I like Margot Robbie. There's no shade, but I don't know. I mean, she'll be funny. If it's going to be, I'm assuming it's going to be a comedy and not like a drama about Ken and Barbie. That's laughable.
No details yet.
No, we don't know anything. We do know this. It's time for a commercial. Stay right there, my friends. We'll be back right after this. There's more dish to be had coming up next. Peach Perfect? The cast for the new season of Real Housewives of Atlanta is out, and there are some big surprises. Plus,
1, 2, 3. How you doing?
what Wendy Williams producers are doing to keep their studio audience full. I can't believe this. Also ahead, they are the moments you do not see on TV.
Why would you screw up a good beer?
The cameras are rolling during the Jason Show before the show. And a thriller, a biography, maybe a Civil War romance? Who knows? Kendall does, because she's going to unveil the latest book club picks. That and more when we come back.
He knows me. And that's Cardi B.
I know.
That's
I know.
Cardi Badgley, perhaps, maybe.
That's the first time I've gotten that. That's good.
And then you wrote back, and I didn't understand it. Well, first of all, you changed your Twitter.
Yeah, so this is a thing. This is a thing that we have now. Me and
Why
Cardi.
just I? What's going on there?
That's what the kids say. That's an expression of. It's when you're like.
Oh.
I mean, what does one say? When
I learned something
Cardi...
tonight, and then Cardi B changed her thing, and so anyway, now the Netflix said petition to get Cardi B to guest star on season 4 of You.
Yeah.
And she said she's shutting it down. I turn around and there stands You. Okay, finish it off, Netflix. Does that mean she's going to be on the show?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I definitely can't say. But there is actually, I believe this is true, there's an actual change.org petition.
Oh, really? Oh, good. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Changing the world.
President Biden should definitely get it.
A little late night rewind. The Twitter romance between Cardi B and Yu's Penn Badgley. Did you watch Gossip Girl?
Yes.
Of course, I did. I know. So, yeah.
I am of that era.
I was just going to say, that is catnip for your era.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. He's a good-looking guy.
He is,
That's
yes.
one of those situations where the good Lord gives with both hands. That's right. Talented and good-looking. Carved out of delicious cream cheese.
What?
I don't know. Next in the dish, actor and comedian Ben Schwartz was a guest on Corden last night. Before the show, this is great. You went around snooping around the offices. Look at this.
I always want to know what it's like. Look at this. Oh, he's a good dude. He's signing headshots for people. Look at this. He's signing headshots to himself, to me, You're great, James Corden. Is this insane? Everybody's asking me, what does James Corden read? The Sensual Magician. A guide to making the magic that makes the magic happen. I pulled down my pants. Abracadabra, I said. She responded, what? Unbelievable. Everybody in the office is telling me that James is constantly on his computer, but what is he working on, huh? This is fake. Mary, he's just looking at himself. What's this? What is this? Jess here? Nicole Kidman. Sandra Bullock. Absolutely no way. Wait a second. Vin Diesel? How does that even make sense? He's coming.
Wonder what people would find if they went behind our the wall over there.
The guest hair thing, we do keep that, but otherwise we're pretty good.
I told you we have Sheila E.'s mug that she drank out of. We'll never get rid of that.
And do you have JR's coffee napkin?
Cocktail napkin. Larry Hagman's cocktail napkin. That's right. Then appears in the upcoming Apple TV Plus show, The After Party.
Is that based off of the book?
I don't know. Google that. I don't know. You obviously, I mean, speaking of reading, you read.
Hold, please.
Yeah, find out. Is that a good book, The After Party?
Yes, I was gonna review it.
Well, then may I continue with the show while you Google that, or you want me to stop?
Yeah, go ahead. Yep.
Next in the dish, they've started filming the new season of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. So Portia and Cynthia out, they're gone. And surprise, 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 there are some new and returning ladies taking their peaches. Candy and Kenya are back. Okay, that's good. As is Drew. Original cast member Sheba Sheree Whitfield is coming back. Who gonna check me, boo? And longtime friend Marlo Hampton has finally gotten her peach. She's been a friend of the show for many years. But new this year will be track and field commentator and gold medalist Sonia Richards-Ross. So, yeah, that's going to be great. Nene who? I mean, the show has marched on without its signature star, Nene Leakes.
Right.
Who had, very public bad blood with the network, with Bravo.
And like everyone else.
I will just say, Sheree Whitfield.
I'm so excited.
She is one of my favorite housewives. If you want to laugh, I meant to play this on my radio show this morning. Google or YouTube Sheree and Nene going at it, and they have a hot reel, a sizzle reel of just the back and forth of Sheree and Nene going at it. It is so good. It's so many great cut downs in a cut down edited piece. It's brilliant.
I love her. She's like the person that you want to be your best friend because she's gonna have your back and she's gonna like and like.
Well, she's a little shady too. Like she's a little shady.
But like in a good way.
Yeah, oh yeah, in a totally entertaining way, yeah. Well, next in the dish, this is interesting. Wendy Williams is still not ready to return to the purple chair yet, but apparently production has been forced to shell out cash to keep their live audience. According to Page 6, the show is paying audience members $75 to help fill the studio. Ratings have also taken a dive without Wendy. Whitney Cummings is filling in this week. There she is right there. Oh, look at the pink hair. And Sherry Shepherd will guest host the following week. Page 6 says Wendy will remain out until at least the second week of November. My sad prediction is it will be longer than that. Just going to say, I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong. You know who I loved? Michelle Visage and Leah Remini together. Because they're real life besties. And that sometimes it translates, sometimes that friendship translated really well for a show like this.
Yeah, a lot of the fans are saying that they agree that it's probably the last season.
Yeah.
Even like people
Sadly.
that really love the show, yeah, they're like, this is probably it. Like, we really miss Wendy. We hope she can come back at some point.
Paying the audience, I just can't wait until we can have the audience back. I mean, we can't really pay them. Tyler's like shelling out. We don't have that budget. Are you kidding me?
We could sell Eric.
We barely have light bulbs. We could sell Eric, yeah. We barely have light bulbs.
You know, we rented them.
Yeah, so, no, but I can't wait. I keep teasing this. I'm not trying to tease you. As soon as we're here from upstairs, from the Kim Jong-un. We'll let you know, and we'll get you back here. I miss the people. Next in the dish, it's the Netflix special that has rocked the entertainment world. I'm talking about Dave Chappelle's The Closer. I watched it yesterday, and I have a few thoughts. Here's the deal. I hope, even if you disagree with my take on this, that you can appreciate the fact that I, as a member of the LGBTQ plus community, I thought it was very important, and I feel this conversation was important and is important enough to not flap this big mouth until I actually watch the special in its totality. Because one of the problems with this conversation, and it's one of the things that Dave points out as the problem with this conversation, is some folks, not all folks, but some folks coming at Dave Chappelle are coming at him after just reading quotes pulled from the special. I thought, that's why I haven't done this story yet. I took the time to watch the special. I actually watched parts of it a couple times with Colin. And I will tell you that I always think, even with comedians, intention is important. I also think it is important to watch jokes in their entirety to kind of feel. I don't think that Dave Chappelle has hate in his heart for the trans community. And there were several examples of that throughout a well-crafted piece of stand-up comedy. Before a few monologues, he would express, and let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. He did this joke about running into a trans person in a bathroom. And before he did, he mentioned a bathroom law in one of the Carolinas. And Dave said, this new law would prevent people from using the bathroom that they feel comfortable with. And this one audience member started clapping, and Dave said, I'm paraphrasing, no, don't clap. That's a mean law. That's a mean law. And then he goes on to his humor. Then he goes on to the joke. You may not like the jokes. You may think they're crass. But I got to tell you, and I was having this conversation with my buddy Eric, who's a big-hearted individual. And if you get to the end of it, if you watch the whole thing, you get what he's trying to say. You get that he is trying to spark a conversation. That's what I took out of it. Change can't happen with smooth C's. You may not like the delivery method, but that's what good comedians do. That's what the Pryors and the Carlins, the Eddie Murphys. I grew up in a time, let me tell you, of Eddie Murphy and Delirious with horrible jokes. But sometimes you need that. You need that uncomfortables. We need to be uncomfortable to have uncomfortable conversations. That's what I took of it. Mm-hmm. And he was an equal opportunity offender in this. He made gay jokes personally, and I'm not going to speak for my friends in the trans community. I can't. That would be really arrogant of me. I can only speak for myself as a member of the gay community. I was not offended. I try not to be that sensitive because I know what a good comedian is trying to do, and that is start a conversation. And I also, you can respectfully disagree, but I don't think he has hate in his heart. He's willing to meet with Netflix. I hope he does. I know he has conditions. He doesn't want to feel summoned. I get that. Because here's the problem when you get these celebrities to apologize. Nobody's ever happy with the apologies. Think about that. So when Dave said, and people didn't like it, Dave goes, you're not going to summon me. You're not going to summon me. And I'm going to do this on my terms. I can't blame him because these apology tours, when celebrities are canceled, even if they apologize, people don't, not everyone takes, so what's the point? What's the point? These apologies never work. You just gotta ask yourself, do you think the person that you're mad at or wanting to cancel, do they have hate in their heart? And I don't believe that he does because I've watched the totality of his work. Mm-hmm. So, you haven't watched it, have you?
I have not watched it, so I can't really speak to it. I've watched a lot of his comedy, though, in general, and I would agree with your sentiment that I also don't believe he has a lot of hate in his heart.
No, I don't like, Eric and I we got to go, but Eric and I were discussing, I don't like some of the jokes. I didn't laugh at some of the jokes. I thought some of the jokes were a little too crass. But that's his art.
Right.
But I saw through it. I saw the narrative he was brilliantly constructing. You watch the end of that special, and he tells a story about a friend of his, it's the tell. And he also talks about his personal frustration with the disparity in the fight for trans rights versus the fight for rights for black folks. That was an aha moment for me as a white dude. I was like, oh, I get the point he's trying to make. It just opened my heart a little bit wider for everybody, and I'm a guy that tries to do that. So we're going to take a break. We'll be back right after this.
Let's make it a good day. We do it our own way. Let's make it a good day. Oh, no matter what they say. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. Hey, you know, I wanted to mention, too, because, you know, producer Ted and producer Jeff, most of the emails sent to our Facebook page gets filtered through them. I try to, for my own mental health, I try to stay away from Facebook. If you disagree with me, we don't often get serious like we just did. We try to keep the show light. But if you do happen to respectfully disagree with what I just said, I'm open to hearing, absolutely. But please keep it respectful, because I try to do the same with the conversation we just had. Welcome back. It's the show that happens every day, only on the Jason Show Facebook page. We call it The Jason Show Before the Show. And it happens in our daily meeting where we go through in detail today's broadcast. And you never know what could happen during this meeting. It usually turns into us making fun of each other. Look at this.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So yesterday on the show, the Miller Lite that you spit out. Did your mother-in-law see that?
No.
Because isn't that her beer of choice?
No, Bud Light.
Oh.
Bud Light is Mama Haas's. No.
I'm also a Bud Light girl. It tastes better.
Which is the one that just says L-I-T-E on the label?
Bud Light?
No, that's
Miller Lite?
No, that's Miller Lite. Miller
You
Lite.
sure?
Yeah. Bud Light's blue. Believe me, I see it most weekends of my life.
No, it's Bud Light.
No, trust me. If I know anything, I know Bud Light.
He knows what a Bud Light can.
I know what a Bud Light can looks like. Actually, let me call Mother Haas. Hello? Mama Haas, you're live on the internet, and executive producer Jeff is trying to argue with me about a subject you and I know very well, and that is Bud Light. He's sitting here going, isn't Bud Light the can, like the light word big? And I said, no. That is Miller Lite, right there, Mama Haas?
You're right.
You are absolutely correct.
That's right. Bud Light is blue, right, Mama Haas?
Correct.
A beautiful shade of blue.
My favorite shade of blue.
Wait, can I ask you a question? I also love Bud Light, and I'm wondering, do you ever add A, tomato juice, or B, Or B, olives to your Bud Light?
Why would you screw up a good beer?
Well, that's what they do in Nebraska.
Well, this ain't Nebraska.
You know my rule if I ever have a heart attack here at work.
What's the rule? That's right. You don't want to die here. We have to pull Jeff's body out. We have to pull Jeff's body on the street.
Jeff, why didn't you tell me?
So
I'm the only
viewers,
one who would-
executive producer Jeff has a rule that if he's dying, he doesn't want to die at work. So we are to all. Can I get volunteers for all of us?
I'm ready.
We have to pull Jeff's body as he's dying onto the street because he wants the death certificate to not read place of death. Work. Ted, you look puzzled by this.
I am. It's never really come up in my thought process. I think I'm gonna have to work on tomorrow's show though if he's dying.
No, he said if he is.
So,
It'll only take 10 minutes to pull my body.
Leo.
I could perform CPR on
Yeah,
you.
he could give you mouth to
inside
mouth.
the building, rather than waiting a minute or two to get you outside first and then perform CPR.
You can give me CPR here, but if it's like, not gonna be good.
Jeff, don't worry. I'll handle it.
But we will handle it. Ted, you still look puzzled.
Just let the man have a dying wish.
I'm very confused.
Oh my gosh,
He just doesn't want to die at work.
But he would rather die on the street on Viking Drive?
Yes.
Quite frankly, yes.
Desk chat.
Oh,
TBD.
No, I do have something.
But he gets no snappy comeback. I would have said that.
I do have something, but I can't remember what it is.
Oh.
Wait, let's record it. Oh, God.
Okay.
Jason.
Okay.
Go.
So Sammy from Creative Services is backing in, even though there's no need for it. Eric, are you getting this on camera? And it's not like he's in a rush to leave, because that's what everyone says. Oh, it's easier to leave. What, you gonna speed race her out of the parking lot? So here he comes. So there he is. He's I don't get it. I don't get it.
The thing. I thought he was. He was like, it was a very.
There's death and there's life.
I thought it was
and
an
then you look up
introspective
and
and
it's
cool
black
moment,
and it's
but
death.
some of us aren't deep enough to see.
What's going on with these two? Are son and daughter fighting?
Jeff, do you notice that I'm not saying a word. I'm being very positive.
It's because he's not even listening to us.
Oh! Oh! Oh!
Say something interesting and I might.
Oh! Oh wait. Oh! We've got a second. No!
Damn it!
Bert just wants to be on TV.
Now what's happening? I don't know. They're all backing into their spot from the creative service department. Another one. And this is
supposed to be here at 9?
Oh! Look at him laugh. Look. Every day. Every single day. If you missed a few episodes, this thing with people backing into a parking space. I get it. If you don't have like a camera, it's hard to. I understand it now, but now Sammy, he works in our creative service department. He does it every day. Every day, just because he knows it bothers me.
And now, like, all the creative services team
They
does
all
it
do
to
too.
support him.
Yeah. We're gonna take a break. We'll be back right after this book club and more. Ted tries it. Oh, we have fun, don't we, kids? Welcome back to the old broadcast. October is the month. October is the month when many of us watch scary movies or TV shows. But if you prefer to read scary stories, there are plenty of great options. Kendall and her mom are back, teaming up once again to share 2 of their favorite frightening reads in our book club.
We're back, just in time for spooky season. Mom,
Hi.
you are coming up first with a book that I think sounds outrageously delicious. What is your book this month?
It's a spine tingler. It's a debut novel. The author's name is Sarah Penner, and it's called The Lost Apothecary. It's a dual time frame novel, which we love, set in London. It spells 3 fascinating and strong women, of course. It starts in 1791 with Nella, who is a once respected healer, but she now uses her knowledge for darker purposes. She helps women kill their husbands. Only abusive husbands, but back in 1791, if you wanted out of a marriage, you have to kill the guy. So she has 2 rules. When the client comes in, they have to promise to never use the potion against another woman, and number 2, they have to write their name and the name of their intended victim in her ledger. Enters Eliza, this 12-year-old, surprisingly precocious young girl who becomes a friend of Nella's, and they set off on this journey together with this friendship that actually leads to a lot of chaos, and it threatens their very existence and the existence of all the women that have written their names in this ledger. Fast forward 2021, we have Carolyn, who's an aspiring historian. She ends up in London, what is supposed to be her 10th anniversary great trip, but she finds out her husband was cheating on her, so she's alone. So she ends up going down by the River Thames and starts mudlarking, which is kind of searching through for artifacts, and she finds a little apothecary vial from way back when. Doesn't really realize what she's found, but that is actually a link to the famous apothecary murders that have been unsolved for over 2 centuries. So, unforgettable characters, deadly secrets, excellent book for October. What do you have?
Okay, so mine is an author, Megan Miranda. This is her most recent book. It's called Such a Quiet Place. I just started it. It's really difficult to get. Actually, if you want to rent it through the library, Mom had to get it for me from Red Wing because they didn't have it up here. I like it so far. It just came out. But what the book I want to actually recommend, because I was in love with it, is her book from 2016, which will be a lot easier to get. It's called All the Missing Girls. It is told in reverse. So it's a 15-day period, and you start on day 15, and you get down to day 1 to figure out the, again, whodunit type of a murder mystery. It's the traditional novel of 30-something-year-old girl leaves home, comes home a decade later to help with her ailing father to her small town. The big thing is she left a decade ago because her best friend went missing and she couldn't handle it. She's home and another young girl has gone missing. So they kind of figure out who done it in reverse. It's really good. Same kind of thing. You're just kind of like, the whole time. Flip every page. You read it really quickly. So
stay up way too late at night.
Yeah, basically. And before we go, both of us love one author, Mom. You were going to mention Ruth Ware.
Ruth Ware. In fact, my favorite book by Ruth Ware, I'll say it very quickly, it's called The Turn of the Key. And that's also one of those done in reverse where she wakes up in the hospital and everyone's saying she murdered someone. But we have to go through this whole thing, finding out what really happened. She becomes a nanny and it's this dream house, a smart home. It ends up being a very, very terrible place for her to be. And modern day haunted house story, basically. It's a thriller. It's great. Can't go wrong with Ruth.
Love it. Love it.
Love it.
Thanks, Mom.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
Thanks, Mom. All those books are available wherever you find your books, too. And today, the Katie Couric book is out, and the Housewives book.
Spooky.
All Diamonds and Rosé. So that's, if I had my book club, that's the difference. That's the difference between book clubs. That's yours, and mine would be Katie Couric. We're going to take a break. Stay right there, my friends. Back after these words. Super Fudge from Beverly Cleary.
Let's make it a good day. We do it our own way. Let's make it a good day. Oh, no matter what they say. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Welcome back to the show. It is time to see what comments, questions, concerns, suggestions you have about the show. Leo, open up the Jason Show mailbag.
You've got mail.
We do. Julie is up first with a sweet message. Hi, Julie. She says, your show is a lot of things. Fun, funny, informative, and dishy, but can also be a bit of a companion. My sweet mother-in-law lost her husband of 60 years back in August. She is sad, and often the days get long. Imagine my surprise when she told me that she watches your show. She loves the content, but kept circling back to what a nice man that Jason is. Thank you for that. You are appreciated. Well, thank you very much. That's okay. Gonna not concentrate on that too much because I'll cry a little bit, but it's really sweet. Thank you. Look, you can, do a drinking game with how many times I say this, but it's the whole purpose of the show, And it really is. I mean, we're goofy and we do the before the show and make fools of ourselves. So just to add a little light, because the world just kind of sucks right now. So that's the whole purpose of the show. A similar message from Kate. Hi, Kate. I wanted to let you know your show is very appreciated. My parents watch it daily. My father was homebound with end-stage liver cancer. I wanted to let you know your show gave comfort even in the last moments of my father's life. He enjoyed your upbeat, positive show. Thank you for what you do, and remember that there are many viewers out there that are really appreciative of what you guys do. Yeah, I mean, look, I've said this before, and it's a really true story. When we were in the development stage of the show, we had these whiteboards in the meeting room, and we were writing words that we wanted to reflect the show. And quite simply, the biggest word on there was fun. Fun. We kept writing fun. And especially this season, we got away from that a little bit, when we did our national launch. We did more lifestyle stuff, but we decided we wanted to return to fun. And that's why, you see what you see, and I think, people are really liking it. Next up, some of you spotted me wearing my Birkenstocks in the Before the Show yesterday. Yes, it's fall. Nicole says, I love that Jason is still rocking the sandals. A true Minnesotan. Sandals till it snows. And Becky said, don't be afraid to wear sandals in the fall. You can wear socks, Jason. The Germans do it. I've been there. I probably won't do that. I think
I've done that.
Yeah, this is the last week, I believe, for my Birkins. I'll put them away for the season. They're just comfortable because for people that don't know, I do a radio show before this, and I like to be comfortable during, I don't want, anyway. From my shoes to my shirts, I wore a new t-shirt in the Jason Show before the show on Facebook yesterday. You asked, a lot of you wondered who was on this shirt right here. Now, there were more than a few of you that guessed it correctly, saying it was my idol, Johnny Carson. But some people weren't so sure. Michael said it looks like Ron Paul. And Kathy said it kind of looks like Tommy Smothers. Well, yeah, I mean, Tommy did a great impression of Carson. Suzanne, yeah, that's I got that from my favorite t-shirt place, T Public.
Yes.
Yes. Kendall is up next, or Suzanne is up next, rather. She responded to Kendall talking about her mom's experience with the late Lucille Ball on a flight. She says, Kendall's mom is so right about Lucy. I had her on a flight, and I did not love Lucy. Approached her and her traveling companion, asked, would you like a beverage? No answer. Asked again, the companion looked up and said, Miss Ball does not speak to servants.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know my mom's experience was very similar to that. It was like, sorry for doing my job.
Disgusting. Like, Lucy, you're an icon, but get over yourself.
Gross.
You're no better than the people that watched your show. Just RIP, but seriously, that's gross. Finally, Marcy sent us a message on Facebook saying she was messing around with filters on Snapchat and her camera was facing the TV as she was watching our show. So here's the result. I look better, actually. We have one more. Go ahead.
Oh, my God.
Oh!
Yes!
I look like Nellie Olson from Little House on the Prairie. You like that, don't you, Kendall? That is beautiful.
So handsome.
I've never looked better. Yeah. You can stay connected with our show on social media. Check us out on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Just search for Jason Show TV and our personal accounts as well. Kendall Mark and Jason Matheson. We're most active on Instagram. For instance, on my Instagram right now, you can see, my personal one, you can see the legendary Darth Vader bust that I bought after a cocktail or two.
Or 4-7.
At Walt Disney World. Yeah, you can see that right now. We're going to take a break. What's in the surprise goodbye? You are going to find out when we find out in just a second. Oh, those filters were great. Welcome back, my friends. If you're ready, we are ready. It is time for the world's shortest segment. Talk about working the system. You're going to love this. A guy in California used a loophole in the Six Flags annual pass program, helping him pay down his debt. Here's how. 7 years ago, dude bought a park pass along with a promo for a $150 meal plan, allowing him 2 free meals every time he went to the park. He works 5 minutes from Six Flags, so he went twice a day for food and renewed the pass every single year. That meant he didn't have to buy groceries, so he saved enough money, Kendall, to pay down his student loan and to buy a house. The only downside, he had to eat carnival food every single day.
I would do anything to do those 2 things.
I know. We'll be right back with the surprise ending. You'll find out when we find out next. Welcome back. Here we go. It is time for the surprise goodbye. Kendall and I are in the dark about what the producers have put in the segment until right now. It is a clip from John Oliver's Last Week Tonight poking fun at James Corden.
And now, James Corden loves cinema.
We have to congratulate you on your brilliant new movie, Happiest Season. I love this. It's so good. For anyone who doesn't know, tell them what the film's about and who you play. Now, we have to congratulate you on your brilliant new movie, Come Away. For anyone who doesn't know, tell them what it's about and who you play. For anyone who doesn't know, tell them what it's about and who you play. For anyone who doesn't know, tell them what it's about and who you play. Tell them what it's about and who you play. We have to congratulate you on your brilliant new movie. Brilliant new movie. For anyone who doesn't know, tell them what it's about and who you play. And who you play. Tell them what it's about and who you play. And who you play. And who you play. Can you tell us what it's about and who you play? Now, Michael, we have to congratulate you on your brilliant new movie, Fantasy Island. I'm really excited for this film, for anyone who doesn't know, tell them what it's about and who you play. For anyone who doesn't know, tell them what it's about and who you play. We have to congratulate you on your brilliant new movie. Brilliant new movie. Brilliant movie. We have to congratulate you. You are in the #1 movie in the world. For anyone who hasn't caught up with it yet, tell them what it's about and who you play.
Yeah, so Sonic the Hedgehog.
That's right. The brilliant new movie. Tomorrow, motivational speaker Alex Weber will join us. That's going to do it for us. If you're a kid that's watching and you're being bullied, go out there and be yourself because nobody can tell you you're doing it wrong. Have a good day, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. Come on, Kendall. Let's go to Arby's.